Number 77, Ben Surratt. At forward, 6'6", number 14, Terrence Mann. At center, 6'11", number 33, Nicholas Claxton. Guard, 6'3", number 24, Thomas. At forward, 6'10", number 17, Michael Porter Jr. Your Brooklyn Nets head coach, Jordy Fernandez. And let's hear it one more time for your Brooklyn Nets.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. Trey is flanked by Daniels in the backcourt. And it's Risache in at the 3. And for Brooklyn, Porter Jr. is the 4 with Claxton at the 5. Cam Thomas out there with Saraf. And it's Mann in at the 3. What a great front court matchup we have tonight, Legs. Do those battles look a little different from when you played?
Well, certainly there's less wrestling going on down on the block. More of these post players now want to step out and face up. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a fan of either style.
A lot of space on the floor, that's for sure.
There's no doubt much more difficult to defend these post players with all this versatility.
Now here's Thomas. He really had an off game against the Rockets. Hits the trifecta.
Well, there's no question. Thomas has the green light from out there.
And here are the Hawks now. It's a three-point game. And out of bounds, the Nets will take it. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Jordy Fernandez and I got a chance to talk for a bit. The developing game of Trae Young is something that Coach discussed with his players. Coach said he's been one of the league's assist leaders. Don't get so consumed trying to stop him that you give him the easy passes inside. They know the danger that Young possesses. We'll see if they can contain him here. Back to you guys.
Okay, thank you, Allie.
Being Porter Jr. is 6'10", you have to know where he is at all times, especially when he's lurking inside.
Porter against Johnson. Outside Young. To the inside. Good from Kristaps Porzingis. A sweet move.
Check out Porzingis' energy. He's just relentless on both ends of the court.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. All right, Graham, when we talk about the range Trae Young possesses, just how dangerous can this guy be?
Well, when he's on, he's a nightmare matchup for defenses. Once he crosses half court, he's a threat to score, which in turn really helps open up the floor for everyone else on his team.
3 on the clock. Man misses. Now the Hawks with it. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Brooklyn this season.
They're looking to make amends for their poor showing against this team last season.
There's Young with the 3. Claxton with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Saraf, guarded by Young. Claxton can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 0 for 2 from outside. The 3 from Risache. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Yeah, get used to seeing that. Risache will be nailing threes for many years to come.
Outside man. Screen by Claxton. To the paint. And stolen by Porzingis. And now the Hawks on the break. Here's Risache. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Nets have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Daniels outside. Outside Young, driving in, and he makes it on the layup.
Very very difficult to predict where Trae Young is going when he puts it on the floor, with that ability to change direction and change pace.
Brooklyn has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Here's Mann, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. Great start so far, 3 of 3 in this one.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give them credit for finding a weakness there.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. There's Young with the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
And I wonder if the crowd noise got in their head. It seemed like it was affecting them.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry. Shams, thank you. And a fast break now for Atlanta. Here's Risache. And he hammers it home to polish off the break.
Showcasing his athleticism, plays like this are why you got to be excited about Risache's future in this league.
A minute 29 left in the first quarter of the game. On the wing man. This one for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. And it's Daniels with the ball for Atlanta. Here he goes. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Nets have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Porter. The shot from the low post is good. Porter's got 8. The Hawks trailing. Outside Johnson. There's 49 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down low. Here's Risache. Great D that time from Mann.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Thomas misses.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Pass to Young. 3-pointer. Drills it from deep. 5 points in the game.
Well, you know Trae Young is comfortable from well beyond the arc.
Here's Saraf. There's 21 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Thomas for 3. The rebound by Atlanta. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
On the road, they got owned defensively. They just couldn't match the activity level of their opponent.
Well, that's the big challenge. Teams tend to feel more comfortable at home for sure, so you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. That just didn't happen in this one.
Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for Brooklyn. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back after this word. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
We've got Traore, also Demon out there. Williams is out there with Sharp, and it's Wolf in at the 4. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Alexander Walker, and here's Okongwu. Back to Alexander Walker. Now here's Okongwu. And a miss there on the triple. Williams with it. Here's Wolf. For 3, Demon nails it from beyond the arc. And it's a 6-point Nets lead.
If any defense gives you that much cushion, you have to take that shot.
Pass to Newell. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Kennard outside. And here's Alexander Walker. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Alexander Walker's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And Jordi Fernandez wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. So for the Hawks, Risache, he's checked in for Krejci. Dyson Daniels comes in for Alexander Walker. And it's Trae Young in for Kennard. Brooklyn leading by 3. Outside man. Porter with a screen on Daniels. And the officials will call the illegal screen here. All right, let's go to the leaderboard and see the top passing teams last season. Atlanta, second.
They were patient, and they were also unselfish. And it helps to have guys who are willing to make the next pass.
Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Newell. Outside Risache. Okongwu, a screen on Williams. The 3 from Risache. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Brooklyn shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Legs, you look at the Atlanta Hawks. They are no strangers to the play-in tournament.
Yeah, BA, since making the Eastern Finals as a 4 seed in 2021, they've been a perennial play-in team. They're trying to find a way to make another deep run.
To the middle. Here's Newell. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Nice pass by Risache. You can already see he has a high basketball IQ.
Here's Saraf. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Porter. Soft touch off the glass. Porter's got 5 points in the quarter.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Pass to Risache. Now here's Okongwu. Back to Risache. And he drives in. That one falls. Risache's got 10 points in the game.
Yeah, what a move by the light-footed rookie. Risache driving in to get a bucket.
Brooklyn has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's Wolf, guarded by Okongwu. Crafty move. Back to Porter. Pass to Saraf. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And you think their lead would hold as long as they continue to shoot like this.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan. Nick Claxton, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Thomas comes in for Williams. The Hawks making a switch here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Risache. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively. And their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
Brooklyn has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Here's Saraf. Guarded by Young. Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Hawks trail by 4. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 prospect in his high school class, and he said, growing up, basketball was easy for me. It was like, say, going up an elevator. But after my injuries, it's like climbing the stairs. It's like I'm walking in my purpose through this, more than if everything had just been smooth. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Allie. And a lot of spot-up shooters now adding a 1-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
Yeah, when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, You got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
And a look now at Atlanta's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll face off against Pascal Siakam and the Indiana Pacers. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up with Evan Mobley and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that game against the Magic, it's the 8th time they'll take the court in this fledgling season. They'll be prepared for a tough one there.
Buries it from 3. Porter's got 21 points in the game.
The shots are falling, and he is making it look easy.
Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
And the Nets with possession here. 3-point lead. Pass to Saraf. Here's Thomas. 1:07 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Porter, and then Porter with the dunk.
And he's finding the bottom of the net consistently. Porter Jr. is scoring with ease.
Hawks trail by 5. Outside Rizachet. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Wow, they're really being taken advantage of defensively out there. No rim protection whatsoever.
The Nets have gotten all 8 shots to go. A perfect second quarter so far. Inside, here's Claxton. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
Pass to Rizachet. Outside Johnson. No good. That would have tied it.
Well, you can't make them all, but I doubt the defense wants to give him that kind of look again.
And here's Porzingis. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist. Porzingis has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
So smooth off the catch. Porzingis is excellent at judging when to take quick shots.
And here's Porter outside. Sinks the tray. And the Nets lead by 3. Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. Torching the Nets, hitting 4 from distance that quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
Welcome to our 2K Sports Studio. The Brooklyn Nets find themselves in quite a battle here tonight.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have. Calculated degrees, very consistent approach, man. I'm telling you, man, just like you.
Yeah, you can't speed them up or slow them down.
And next up on the docket, a look at some upcoming games. The Raptors out in Toronto will go up against the Rockets. That one tips off at 6:30 Eastern.
Let me go through my papers, Ernie. This game is too close to call. Pretty evenly matched squads. This is what my research is showing.
Yeah, it might just come down to who wants it more. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the 3rd period.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
That is explosive. He can jump out of the building. Just incredible.
Nets leading by 3. And Tim, we'd heard Hawks players in the past saying this team lacked an identity. You think one's emerging?
Well, offensively, they're still centered around the playmaking of Trae Young. And defensively, they're starting to establish a culture. It's headlined by Dyson Daniels.
And the Hawks looking at who they've got. Daniels and Risache out on the perimeter. Johnson and Porzingis, they're inside. And it's Young in at the 1. Good ball movement here by Atlanta. Porzingis against Claxton. Young from long range. Brooklyn's gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Outside Porter. Fires from deep. Counted from distance. Porter's got 31 points.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
And Grant, the Nets have shown the capacity to rebuild quickly in the past.
Yeah, playing in a big market helps, but they've pivoted decisively from their Big Three era and have the picks and flexibility to make moves.
2 shots.
No good on that one. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
Good on the second one.
Standing at 7'3". We have never seen a player quite like Kristaps Porzingis. A fantastic shooter, a solid ball handler. What a talent.
The drive by man. He can't get it to go. Johnson with the defensive effort. Pass to Risache. Outside Young. Jacks up a 3. The shot, no good.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Thomas against Daniels. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
Just over a minute and a half played in the third. Daniels outside. Back to Young. Porter against Johnson. Pass to Porzingis. The 3. Wow, Porzingis with the triple.
Yeah, such an easy flick of the wrist for Porzingis. He makes it look like a 10-footer when he hits the corner 3.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Here's Saraf. Porter with a screen on Young. Here's Saraf. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Saraf's gotten his first points of the night.
They're on fire to start this quarter, and with each basket, their confidence grows.
Here's Risache. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Nick Claxton.
Risache does things with the ball in his hands that not many of these rookies can do.
Atlanta shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And the first one at the line is good. And obviously, we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in one school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
And a youth movement for this Hawks roster. What went into that, Tim?
Well, first, they climbed 10 spots to get the #1 pick, which led to Zachary Risache. Then the trade of DeJounte Murray, which got them Dyson Daniels, who's 7 years younger. And, of course, you've got Jalen Johnson, who's breaking out. So they've got some young talent that is on the rise.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Now here's Young. Defense right on him. Porzingis with a screen on Thomas. Here's Daniels. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's on Nick Claxton.
Even though Porzingis can shoot over anyone, he still does all the little things that make a difference.
Atlanta shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight. First free throw is good. Both free throws good from Porzingis. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Here's Saraf, guarded by Young. Lets it go from deep. Saraf can't hit. And it's Daniels with the ball for the Hawks. They trail by 7. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Here's Young. Inside, it's Trae Young.
And Young is just so deceptive. He will hit you with that floater at exactly the right time.
Here's Mann. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. It's Thomas on the wing, covered by Daniels. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Got to be careful shooting around Porzingis. His length is so capable of erasing shots.
Porzingis punishing inside.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
When someone is rolling like this, just keep feeding him. That's just great coaching.
And so the timeout by Jordi Fernandez here. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. So both teams making some changes here. And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season. 5th on the list, the Hawks.
And last year, I liked watching this team operate on the offensive end. The ball movement, the patience, the confidence. You love seeing all that come together.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Here's Saraf. Pass to Clowney. Here's Wolf, guarded by Okongwu. Clock at 6. Here's Wolf, guarded by Okongwu. Wolf can't get it to go. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense. They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
And at the right time. They could have let this game get away from them, but they never stopped believing.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Those who worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Brian, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Here's Wolf, defended by Porzingis. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Here's Thomas for 3. Good D by Okongwu.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Risache. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Risache's got 17.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
The Nets with the lead. Pass to Wolf. Now here's Thomas. Here's Clowney. Sinks it from distance. He's got 5.
Yeah, it's always a good sign when Thomas is creating for his teammates.
Daniels passes to Porzingis. Can't hit it from 12 feet. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. It's the Nets leading by 4. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, coaches love unselfishness, and this is exactly what they're referring to.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. We've got Demon, Michael Porter out there with Williams. Then there's Traore, and it's Clowney in at the 5. So that's the Nets 5. Kennard can't get it to go.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Porter. Here's Demon. From deep three-point land. And he can't get that one. Outside Young. Pass to Alexander Walker. Now here's Okongwu. Here's Kennard. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Clowney. Okongwu with the rebound. And Young has got the ball here for Atlanta. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong. No baskets allowed. Nice shot by Kennard.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
Pass to Traore. Fires for 3. The shot no good.
Well, he wanted to answer that 3 with one of his own. Unfortunately, he couldn't knock it down.
Elbow shot. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes. And now a 3-point Hawks lead.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
And Jordi Fernandez calls timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
Time to get excited and get loud.
Nick Claxton, he's checked in from Clowney. And a change for the Hawks. Johnson's checked in. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Jordi Fernandez's huddle. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
Thanks for that, Allie. On the wing, Porter. To end the run. Drops in the 3. Porter's got 34 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
It's amazing what Young can do out there offensively. He just reads the defense so well.
A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Traore. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. And Porter hits from deep. Porter's got 37.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
And that is great leadership. He certainly has that clutch gene that every team needs.
And Young gets it to go.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the rock inside and convert.
Brooklyn trailing. On the wing, Williams. Porter outside. For 3. The 3 ball is down.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. Atlanta making some changes. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for Okongwu. Risache comes in for Alexander Walker. And Dyson Daniels subbed in for Kennard. Here's Daniels, beyond the arc. Oh, it misses. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Now Claxton, and it's Zachary Risache with a foul. That's his first foul.
First team.
Now Porter. Just 5 on the clock.
Just a great play on D to throw him off the shot and force a turnover.
Porzingis, and the three misses. Brooklyn has gone 3 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the third quarter.
Get up there, young fella. Sometimes as a point guard, you got to take it yourself.
Well, it's okay to be selfish when you can flush it like that.
Well, that's an explosive move right there, and it was perfectly timed.
Young, rejected by Claxton. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Hawks will retain possession. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
And the Nets making a change here. Trailing by 4. Takes a 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
Yeah, well, Johnson was ready for his number to be called on that play, and he showed up when they really needed one.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas. Porter. And he nails it.
Well, controlling your heart rate in big moments like this is something that coaches talk about, and this guy can do it.
Young on the drive. Off on the layup. Nets leading by 4. A minute 20 left in the fourth quarter. There's a screen. Ooh, he leaves no question.
Wow. Look at Porter Jr. with the ice water veins, stepping up for his team in a clutch situation.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. Quick 2. All net.
And that's exactly what you want from your best player. Unafraid to run to the bright lights.
Brooklyn has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the fourth. Thompson outside. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Team 7.
Porter. Johnson with a double team. 4 on the clock. And the ball is tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
Well, they need a quick bucket and a foul.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that puts them up 5. And so both free throws good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Extending the team's lead. Just solid execution at the line.
And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here.
All right,
Opens up the tray. Oh, Claxton with a rebound. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. 14 foul. And at the line, shooting 2. Surratt.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that makes it a 7-point lead. Here's Atlanta with the ball. He launches. Daniels. Oh, money! And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Team's 5th foul. At the line, shooting for Brooklyn. Surratt. At the line, 2 times.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And he's unable to get the second one. From 20 feet out. Oh, it's off. So we see Brooklyn get the win here. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson, thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation. And we present the player of the game, Michael Porter.
PlayStation